Hello, everyone. Sarah Divinely You here. I see I have some new subscribers, so thank you so much for joining my channel. So let me take a minute to just introduce myself and share a little bit about what I do on this YouTube channel as well as other social media platforms. I am an astrologer and a spiritual body worker. I also have a background in life and leadership coaching. And education and health and fitness. So I have a pretty diverse background, and I bring all of that with the astrology to share with you what the transits are doing, what the energies that might come up, and how to manage yourself during those energies. And so when I look at the charts, I look at the elements and the archetypes of the zodiac signs and the planets. And so, as we dive into this week, this is for the week of February 26th through probably March 4th or 5th, March 5th, March 4th. We'll say that. Okay. I know I'll do another video for the full moon next Tuesday, the 7th. And then, of course, I do daily tarot shorts that I not only post here on YouTube, but I post those on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as well. So if you want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, Sarah Divinely You on those platforms. What I like about those platforms is I can put music behind them and I have a little fun with the music that I put behind them. Not so easy to do here on YouTube. So there's that piece of it too. But either way, I appreciate you joining me no matter what platform you happen to be joining me on. I also go live every day for the year 2023 on Instagram. So there's that as well. So if you'd like a deeper look at sort of energy management and what may be coming up for you in your physical, mental, and spiritual bodies, I talk about more of that in detail on my Instagram daily lives. So thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. So this week is actually pretty quiet in the cosmos. There's not a lot of conversations happening. It almost feels like we're in either, you can either look at it as the calm before the storm or the eye of the storm, because March is very jam-packed with a powerful full moon. We have Saturn transiting from Aquarius to Pisces at the same time as that full moon. We will have Mars moving out of its retrograde shadow. We will have Venus conjunct the North Node in Taurus with Uranus there. Oh, wait, I guess not because it's beyond that. Never mind. So your Venus conjunct the North Node. And then we will have Pluto make its move from Capricorn to Aquarius. And so what's unique about these transits is that we have not seen Saturn in Pisces since, I believe, 1993. So 28 to 30 years ago was the last time Saturn made this move from Aquarius to Pisces. And it's Aquarius, which is an intellectual air sign, to Pisces, that is a dreamy water sign. So that's going to be a shift in energy for sure, especially with a full moon in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, so lots of elements involved there. Mars has been in Gemini since, I believe, mid-August of 2022. It was retrograde from October 31st through early to mid-January. So it is finally going to be leaving its retrograde shadow, and it will ultimately ingress into its detriment of Cancer by the end of March. And then we will have Pluto moving from a Capricorn to Aquarius. This is a doozy because we're seeing Pluto in spots we haven't seen since the late 18th century. So 1777 was the last time that we saw this. And if you know your history, you know that was the onset of the American Revolutionary War as well as the French Civil War. And there was a lot of revolting during that time, and citizens kind of banding together and working together to, fight against whatever was in place and to revolt against. Obviously, the Americans were fighting for their freedom and whatnot. And so we have a lot of big shifting energies throughout the month of March. But this week, February 26th through March 4th, it's almost the calm before the storm, because it's like we're going to be in this Pisces energy. We will have Mercury shifting from Aquarius to Pisces. That is on March 2nd. But beyond that, there's not a lot of like massive aspects with the planets. There's always the presence of asteroids. I don't too much dive into that because I don't really know their patterns. But obviously they do move, they do orbit, but and it's fun to research them. I don't talk a lot about them just because, like I said, I don't know them well enough to know. However, there's always, the archetypes of them. There's the Greek mythological aspect of them, which I do find fascinating and fun rabbit holes to dive down. So what's going to happen for this week for us is that because we'll have the moon in Gemini, and then March 1st through 3rd, the moon will be in Cancer. The moon is at home in Cancer, but it's a water sign. It's also a cardinal sign, meaning it's an initiation. So if you do happen to have a water moon in your natal chart, so if you have a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces moon, you may feel the effect of this moon in Cancer. Just depending on where you are in your, spiritual transformation, what's already occurring for you emotionally. You could or could not be, may or may not be affected by a moon in a water sign. I tend to be affected by moons in water signs, especially if they are new or full moons. This one is not. So it's just coming past the first quarter square moon, heading towards a full moon. So may not be that effective, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. This is a week where we're going to see ourselves sort of get to a space of closure, completion, release, purging, surfacing, maybe even solidifying, direction shifting, making choices, kind of stepping into our element. We do have still Venus in Aries, which is very independent, divine feminine energy. And so there may be a lot of you just stepping into your light, stepping into your own. But when we do these upgrades, when we have these up levels in our own growth process, there's always a letting go process. And so this being Pisces, which is the 12th sign of the zodiac, 12th house energy, there's a lot of completion of cycles. Add to that we have Saturn in the 29th degree, the final degree of Aquarius, and Pluto, the 29th, the final degree of Capricorn. There's a lot of completion on both a social and individual level and on a grander, bigger scale level. Lots of things are coming to an end. Lots of cycles are coming to an end. And so you may be like every other day, you're feeling like more is purging, more is coming out, more is coming up to be cleansed and healed. Yep, because it's calling you to this higher space and preparing you for these big transits that are coming up in the next month. And so it is a really good time felt like I had a hair. It is a really good time to journal, to meditate, to connect with the earth, to be outside, to connect with your body, check in with your systems, your nervous system, your digestive system. Are things feeling good? If not, check in with that, and check in with your own personal power, your own ability to make good discernments, conscious discernments, and whatnot. There's always a breakdown before a breakthrough. So if you feel like things are collapsing, coming apart, unraveling, it's because bigger things are coming together. You just have to work with the energy, be with all of the emotions to be prepared and open for the new cycles that are beginning. And then always remember that rejection is redirection. So if you're feeling like those people don't like you anymore, that job's not resonating anymore, that whatever circumstance is not resonating anymore, um, it is definitely a opportunity to be redirected and re-guided into a new direction. And so that's kind of where we are energetically this week. Definitely take the opportunity to enjoy the slow, enjoy this moment of sort of peacefulness before we dive into the rest of March. So there's going to be a lot of change, and we're going to feel it in our own lives, and we're going to feel it or see it on a more global scale. So it's going to be really interesting to see the dynamic of how it all kind of shows up, plays out, and all of that. Some tips for journaling. If you're journaling like completion or saying goodbye, writing a goodbye letter, writing a completion letter, even writing a fuck you, I'm done with you letter. Write those on a separate piece of paper or even a separate file if you're an electronic journaler. Write them on a separate file so that you separate the energy from what you're letting go from what you're calling in, right? So there's like the letting go, leave that in one file or one piece of paper, and then use a blank sheet of paper or a blank file or your regular manifestation journal if that's how you roll. To bring in that new stuff. So there are definitely opportunities to bring in new stuff. There's definitely opportunities to allow the growth, allow the, processes to occur. So there's that. I thought I would pull some oil cards for you. I think, do I still have it sitting around here? Let's see. Ah, here it is. I do still have the sunstone. This is an empowerment stone. I love this stone. It checks in with that solar plexus chakra, and really just gives me a lot of good energy. Um, good vibes, high frequencies, that kind of thing. I thought I would pull some oil cards to give you some aromatherapies to work with. Obviously, like Melissa oil, which is a great transformation oil. Frankincense is a good oil to use. Purification oils like citrus oils, lemon, orange, grapefruit, those sorts of things are good to use to purify and cleanse and release. And let's see what I grab my magnifier. If I also didn't mention it, I'm also legally blind. So I do use the magnifier app on my phone to read cards, and I use dark mode for a lot of things. And so there's that. Uh, so from the Essential Aromatherapies deck, we have patchouli. This is interesting. Um, lightens and eases worry. Yeah. So if you happen to be kind of in anxiety mode or fear mode, patchouli will kind of set you at ease, and you can use patchouli oil, patchouli incense. It's a great fragrance. It's a very potent fragrance, however, so a little goes a long way with that. So patchouli is a good, I love this. I was introduced to this when I was in college with, a lot of that activity. Um, and then let's pull another one. But having your grounding stones, your tiger's eye, your smoky quartz, to really ground yourself in, and then any of your yellow stones, your citrine, and those sorts of stones to really get you grounded. Sunstone is a good one. To really keep you connected to your powerhouse, your power center of your body, and that kind of thing. And one more for the road. Um, we have oregano. Oh, this is a good one. Um, balances limitations and balances limitations and discomfort. Oh, sorry, releases limitations and discomfort. I think this is good because we do have like Jupiter and Venus in Aries, which conjunct on Wednesday, March 1st. And so I think like knowing your power, stepping into your individuality, your individual power, your creativity, all of those things are going to be very important as we go into the next part of this year, and step into the Saturn and Pluto movement, and then we step into eclipses when we get to Aries season. And I think like knowing your power, knowing your creativity, trusting yourself and putting yourself out there and taking like creative risks to put things out there. I just saw somebody posted in their Instagram story last night, like a YouTube video of, I don't remember, something about chipmunks and something. I don't even remember, but we kind of both giggled because we both are content creators and we both have YouTube and Instagram and, do all the things. And we just like giggled. I'm like, there's literally something on the internet for every person. And it also, for a split second, will make you feel really small that like this chipmunk video has like 5 million views. Right? But like how funny, right? Like there literally is something on the internet for every person. So whatever you feel empowered, whatever lights you up to create, create it. Create it. Somebody out there wants to play it, wants to listen, wants to see it. All of those things. And with this, like I said, we've got this like ending energy with Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, but we have a lot of beginning energy with Aries and Taurus, that there's a lot of opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. That's literally how those tarot shorts started. I got the Star Trek deck and I was like, I'm just going to do this for Aquarius season. Or I think it was February, and then it turned into Angel Tarot for Pisces season. So who knows where that's actually going to go? I don't know what I'm going to do for Aries. I don't know. It'll land in my lap. I promise. I just kind of went with my gut, and that's how it goes. But it's if you want to do like sound videos, if you want to just do like, here's what I do in a day, and just have like an image and just have the sound on, like people love that. There's all kinds of podcasts that are just sound with no explanation, no description, just somebody going about their day with their microphone on, walking down the street. If you want to do cooking videos, obviously there is plenty of room for cooking. There is plenty of room for drawing videos. There is plenty of room for all kinds of anything. The idea is you put your unique shift on whatever you do. And that is what I feel like I do with these astrology and energy videos. Is I don't just bring astrology, astrology transits, and crystals and tarot. I also have a coaching background. So I understand what it looks like to work with you or to support you in providing you with tools to release, let go, call in, all of the things to, create that, to like, eliminate the clutter from your mind, eliminate the physical clutter from your environment, and then bring in the things that you do want, right? They often say if you're looking to buy new clothes, get rid of the clothes that you're no longer wearing out of your closet, and then the new clothes that align with your style will appear, right? And I have been slowly cleaning out my closet for the last couple of months. And so, calling in those new clothes, like what is my next style upgrade or shift or lateral move? So this is an opportunity. While there is a lot of things closing, there's a lot of things opening up. So I hope this was helpful. Please, you can subscribe here, get notifications here for when I do post those daily shorts. You can also follow me, like I said, on Instagram, on TikTok, Sarah Divinely You. I put those dailies there, and I often do other videos on those platforms as well. So I hope you found this to be helpful. This is a fairly easy week, although things are amping up, so it may not feel very easy, but I promise the more you can let go and release of all of the old versions and allow in the new versions of you and the new versions for your life, the more exciting this energy is going to feel. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Sarah Divinely You on most platforms, and I'll talk to you on the next video.